The wife merely gently touched her husband's face. The next second, he began scratching his own face. He felt an unbearable itch across his cheeks, as if her palm were coated in tickle powder. Seeing this, Hannah quickly reached out to stop him. Barely a few seconds passed before Jun-woo started scratching again, and with increasing force, even emitting a shrill sound. Hannah had no choice but to firmly hold his hands down. Only after her husband had completely calmed down did she feel at ease enough to turn off the lights and sleep. But the next morning, she was utterly horrified by the scene before her. Her husband's hands and the bedding were covered in paint, and his face was scratched beyond recognition. Before she could recover from the shock, her husband suddenly jolted awake from his sleep. Strangely, he had no recollection whatsoever of what had happened the night before. After quickly tending to his wounds, he hurried off to work. Hannah didn't dwell on the incident either, but when she entered the living room, she suddenly noticed a trail of mysterious footprints on the floor, extending all the way to the bedroom. Following the tracks inside, she discovered their pet dog, cowering beneath the bed, trembling. Seeing the dog seemed traumatized from last night, yet even this failed to make Hannah cautious. That evening, to prevent her husband from scratching his face, Hannah deliberately put gloves on him. She thought that would solve the problem, but at 4 in the morning, her husband suddenly got out of bed in an eerie manner, leaving the room like a puppet. Hearing the noise, Hannah rushed out to find him, standing before the refrigerator, devouring leftovers. Even more astonishingly, he was swallowing live fish whole. Terrified, she rushed to stop him, but he seemed possessed, utterly unresponsive to her cries. The sight instantly made her retch. Before she could react, her husband suddenly appeared behind her, drinking frantically from the faucet. The dog barked frantically nearby, but what was even more terrifying was that when she followed him back to the bedroom, she found him opening the window as if preparing to jump. This sight terrified her, and she quickly pulled him back. Fortunately, she managed to pull him back up in the end. When her husband finally woke up, he had no recollection of what had happened the night before. Hannah clung tightly to her husband, weeping. Realizing something was wrong with her husband's body, she immediately took him to the hospital for a checkup. According to the doctor's diagnosis, Jun-woo might be suffering from sleepwalking. This condition is normal. People wake up at night and do strange things, but with active treatment, patients recover quickly. Back home, the couple stowed away all dangerous items and installed protective screens on the windows. They went to bed on time every night. The next morning, Hannah watched her husband sleeping soundly, thinking this routine had worked. But when she stepped into the living room, only to find the floor in shambles, she instantly sensed something was wrong. Carefully opening the refrigerator, she was horrified by the scene before her. Because of this incident, Hannah suffered a miscarriage from the shock, leading to premature labor. After discharge, for safety's sake, she specially prepared a sleeping bag for her husband. This type of sleeping bag is easy to enter.